Hey, welcome to this week's leadership video. Hey, wasn't that a great game last week? Man, go Seahawks. It was just super, It was just great to see for me because I've been a Seahawks fan since, I'm not a Seahawks fan at all. Now, the truth of the matter is, this was a shirt my sister sent me. She lives up in Seattle. She is a big fan. I am an Arizona fan. I'm a Cardinals fan and a D-backs fan. Leadership is not a group of people who get on the bandwagons. They're not fans of teams that are winning for a period of time and then they abandon them. Leaders have a vision and a focus, and they're always going after you. It's amazing to me how many people really view their relationship with Jesus Christ as kind of that of a fan. I was recently told of a person who said, I don't believe in God anymore. They said, well, why not? He says, well, I prayed and asked God to give me these things and he didn't give them to me, so I just don't believe in him. God is not our Santa Claus, our genie in a lamp. God is the one who owns us. And as leaders, we understand that. Kyle Idleman wrote a book called Not a Fan. Some of our small groups are using it, and I know that the choir and orchestra are reading it together for their retreat. It is a great book, and it really drives home the point of something that I've discovered as I've been going through the Gospels with the men's Bible study on Saturday mornings. I meet with them, and we're going through, and I thought, what should I study with the men? We've been doing it for years, and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take the Gospels and go through the red letters. What does Jesus say? And after over 2 years now of just every other week, the first and third Saturdays of the month, going through the words of Jesus, I've discovered that there were all kinds of people who were fans. There were people who saw following Jesus as an advantage to their business. They saw following Jesus as a personal advantage. There was free food every time you turned around. He's feeding the 5,000, he's feeding the 4,000. He's talking to a bunch of guys who are out fishing, and he says, throw your nets over this side, and they catch a massive amount of food. Who doesn't want to be around a person who's constantly doing things that's for their advantage? But one of the things that you see is that Jesus kept challenging them and say, it's not about what I'm going to give you. In fact, I'm choosing you to go make disciples. I'm choosing you because I have a vision for you, and it's not always going to be easy. You're not always going to feel like you're being winners. But the truth is, you're pushing forward for his goal in your life. You're leaders of small groups, you're leaders of life groups, you're leaders of adult classes, you're leaders of tables, you're leaders, elders who are leaders in the church or staff. You're working in the children's area. Each of you are leaders. But why are you leading? Is it to get something for you? Is it so that you can say, hey, I'm on the winning team? Or is it because you're absolutely convinced that God has called you to make a difference for his kingdom? To be pushing forward, even in the obstacles, when you face obstacles, difficulties that are a challenge. Friends, leaders will face difficulties. We can't be bandwagon supporters. We have to be people who are ready to follow Jesus Christ. Hey, I'm so grateful that you're a leader. And now my prayer for you even right now, is that we never get caught up in the fandom. Things in your ministry may be going great, but there are days coming when there'll be challenges. Remember why you're being a leader. Remember why you're doing what you're doing. It's for the cause of Christ. Hey, thanks. I'll see you next week.